What's going on? It's Pim Fried Rice, and welcome to the Music into Millions podcast. Today, I just wanted to talk to you real quick about motivation and what motivates you and why it's important to remember the things that motivate you. So, with motivation, it's super important to remember why you're motivated to do the things that you do, because there's gonna come a time where you may not feel that motivation. And honestly, that time sucks, and it's like, why do I do what I'm doing? And you almost just feel like you're in a dark corner, like, why am I even going for this music career so hard? Why am I putting all this money into something that doesn't seem to be working? Why am I putting all this time, all this effort? So, when you don't have motivation or don't have something in your life that you use almost as like a North Star to kind of point you to where you're going, things can get very stressful very quickly because you don't have something that keeps you level-headed when you come across those dark times. So when you think about what motivates you, that could be anything. It could be, the day you started making music and you first, maybe wrote that first perfect verse and you just recited it, and or maybe it wasn't even your own verse. Maybe it was just you memorized, I don't know, like a Kendrick Lamar verse or an Andre 3000 or Jay-Z, or you just got this awesome verse or chorus in your head, and that was the best moment, and that was that first spark you had, and the first time you were like, this is exactly what I want to be doing with my life. This is exactly how I want to spend the rest of my life, is always making music and having this same exact feeling. So it doesn't matter what motivates you. You just need to have something in your life that does motivate you. Are you the type of person that's motivated by money? Are you the type of person that's motivated by helping people out, by seeing other people succeed? Does that give you the type of motivation to keep going yourself? Are you the type of person who just is super self-motivated and you can always kind of get behind yourself and pick yourself up, and even on your bad days you're like, come on man, you could be doing better, you could be going a little bit harder? Are you that type of person? Because believe it or not, a lot of people are not. And so when you have that motivation or that thought of what keeps you motivated, those dark days are a lot easier to overcome. And so I was actually talking about this with my email list. I know this is 2 episodes this week. We're coming off of the email list, but it's just a lot of great information I wanted to pass on to you guys as well. And I'm curious, so real quick, drop in the comments what's something that motivates you, because I was wondering, I was like, I always kind of come in here and I drop information for you guys, and I talk about, oh, this is what you need to be doing in your music career, or this is where you need to be going, or what you need to be focusing on. But one thing I never really talk about too much is the mindset you need to be having, and what keeps you motivated in those dark times. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm one of those people who, I have those moments where it's like, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Am I really supposed to be, putting all this energy into this? We've all sat there, we've all had those times where nothing seems to be going right, everything seems to be coming down on you at once, and if you don't have that, thought in your head about this is the reason why I'm doing it, this is what keeps me going. For me, the thing that keeps me going is, number one, I want to succeed myself. More than anything I've ever really felt in my life, I want to succeed as a musician, as a producer, as an artist, as somebody that helps people too. That's another driving, motivating factor for me, is helping other artists succeed, because then it shows me, one, the things that I've learned along my way are beneficial, not only to myself, but to other people, but two, because then when I see other people succeed, that makes me feel happy, it makes me feel better, because it's like, if they did it, I can do it, and if I can do it, they can do it too. So that's something that motivates me. I didn't really have a super clear message with today's podcast. I just wanted to really bring up the topic of motivation, and I really wanted you to be thinking about it and thinking what motivates you and what keeps you going throughout the day, and just to constantly be reminded of it. Even if you need to, put a picture on the wall, a poster of what motivates you. It's called a vision board, and I've actually seen it plenty of times before. I haven't done one yet, but I want to, where essentially you take pictures of things that you like, that you're inspired by, goals, and you basically just make a collage and you put it on your wall, and you're supposed to look at it every single day, so that way it's okay, these are the things that needs to be constantly in your head and thinking about it, because that's what's going to motivate you to take those next steps, even when, like I said, you're not feeling motivated. Because motivation doesn't come every single day. People think that motivation is something that people just feel and they're inspired to get going, but you actually need to force motivation on yourself. And the more you force motivation on yourself, I know that sounds kind of weird, but it's a muscle. And So one thing that I actually started doing that really has helped me is I plan a schedule for myself. And if you just start something every single day or work on something every single day to move you closer, you actually almost begin to create a motivation muscle that it wakes up every day and it's like, oh, okay, I know today we need to work on this. I know today we need to do this and we need to do this, and it starts to motivate itself and begins to pick up and becomes easier for you to work through those days even when you feel depressed or down or, in that corner like I was talking about. So, I don't know if this helped you. Hopefully it did. Hopefully it got you thinking about the right things, thinking about what motivates you. Like I said, it's just something that came across my head. I was talking about it with my email list. So yeah, have a great rest of your day. I know it was a quick one, but see you next time.